The zombie genre has been a staple of horror cinema for decades, but every so often, a film comes along that redefines the undead in a fresh and meaningful way. At the 2025 Sundance Film Festival, one such movie, Didn't Die, emerged as a standout, delivering a terrifying yet deeply emotional take on survival, faith, and family. What makes Didn't Die even more fascinating is its unexpected connection to The Walking Dead. While it tells a wholly original story rooted in Hindu culture, its thematic DNA can be traced back to one of the most poignant episodes of AMC's long-running zombie franchise. This link comes through the film's director, Mira Menon, whose work on The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead helped shape her unique vision for this harrowing thriller. Mira Menon's link to The Walking Dead. Mira Menon is no stranger to the world of apocalyptic storytelling. In addition to directing episodes of Marvel's The Punisher, she played a key role in The Walking Dead Season 9, helming the acclaimed episode Bounty. This episode was a turning point for the show, exploring the horrors of the Whisperers, the psychological toll of the apocalypse, and the power of hope in the face of darkness. A particularly memorable storyline in Bounty involved a baby abandoned by the Whisperers. When the infant's cries risked attracting a horde of walkers, the deaf warrior Connie defied the odds to save the child. This selfless act was a rare glimmer of hope in The Walking Dead's bleak universe, emphasizing that survival wasn't just about fighting, it was about preserving humanity. This same emotional core, balancing horror with the deeply personal, resonates through Didn't Die, as Menon reworks the idea of a child symbolizing hope amid chaos, but with an even more intimate and culturally rich perspective. The story of Didn't Die. Co-written by Menon and her husband, cinematographer Paul Gleason, Didn't Die is a story born from the anxieties of the COVID-19 pandemic. The film follows Vanita, Kieran Dale, a podcaster struggling to protect her family in the aftermath of a zombie outbreak. Her younger brother, Rish, is deeply traumatized, unable to kill the undead due to the horrifying memory of watching their parents turn into zombies. Meanwhile, her older brother, Ravi, tries to hold the family together, using their Hindu faith to guide them through the devastation. Their world shifts when Vanita's ex, Vincent, arrives with an abandoned baby. Unlike Connie in The Walking Dead, Vincent initially sees the child as a burden, one more liability in an already cruel world. But Vanita insists they care for the baby, seeing her as a reason to keep fighting. At first, the family struggles to agree. Ravi's wife, Barbara, is hesitant about taking in outsiders. But over time, she grows attached to the child, seeing her as a gift in a world that has taken everything from them. The baby becomes a beacon of hope, slowly helping the family heal Rish's trauma and giving them a renewed sense of purpose. The meaning behind Didn't Die. The title Didn't Die carries a double meaning. On the surface, it refers to the undead, who continue to walk the earth despite losing their humanity. But on a deeper level, it speaks to Rish's emotional paralysis, his inability to see the zombies as anything other than his lost parents. To him, they didn't die because he never truly accepted their fate. In a powerful moment, Vanita and her siblings track down their zombified parents and grant them peace, finally putting their ghosts to rest. But just as they begin to rebuild, a devastating zombie attack forces them to flee, leaving only Vanita, Vincent, and the child alive. The film then jumps forward to a fortified desert settlement, mirroring The Walking Dead's Bounty in a striking way. Like Connie and her allies, Vanita, Vincent, and the child find themselves at a crossroads. They can either live in fear, clinging to the past, or embrace a new beginning. In a symbolic shift, the film transitions from black and white to color, representing Vanita's choice to move forward. Unlike The Walking Dead's Alpha, who stripped Lydia of her agency, Vanita refuses to control or mold the child into a survivalist. Instead, she allows her to simply be, to laugh, play, and grow in a world that has already taken so much from them. A haunting and hopeful addition to the zombie genre. By intertwining horror with Hindu philosophy, Didn't Die elevates the zombie genre beyond mere survival. It is a story about faith, not just in a spiritual sense, but in the belief that even in the darkest times, love and family can endure. Through its connection to The Walking Dead, Didn't Die shows that hope in a zombie apocalypse isn't about brute force or domination. It's about the choices people make, the legacy they leave behind, and the humanity they refuse to surrender. While The Walking Dead used its baby storyline to highlight fleeting moments of goodness, Didn't Die expands on this idea, showing that sometimes the smallest life can inspire the greatest change. ChatGPT can make mistakes.